Hi Intune friends, this is the third video. In the previous video we have created script with the help of ChatGPT to uninstall, to modify it, to make it better. We have now uninstalled Adobe Acrobat on this device and now we're going to package it as an IntuneWin file. So let's go to our source files. Where are those? Not there. Let's see if I find it. If not, I will have to go back. Well, I go back to it. So under C Intune packages, Adobe Acrobat, the version number, we have output is empty. That's where our IntuneWin file is going to arrive. And here are the source where we have our installation script and our uninstallation script and all the installation files that's needed. So we have everything. So in order to create the IntuneWin file, we need a tool from Microsoft. So I'm going to put the link in the description of this video, but it's going to be in GitHub here. It's the Microsoft Win32 content prep tool. So if you have done the Win32 app before, you have it already. Let's download this. I'm going to download it as a zip file. I'm going to open the folder and I'm going to right click on this one and extract all, sure open, show them when finished. And in here we have another folder. We have a lot of files. We only want this IntuneWinAppUtil. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to go back to our source folder. Did I manage to, well, I have it here in pinned. So in our source folder, then we go up one. We don't want it in the source folder, just above. So I'm going to paste this tool in here. Let's create the IntuneWin file. So I'm going to do that from a terminal. So I'll close this one in case we haven't been on the same page. I do terminal. I'm gonna right click and run as administrator. Actually, you don't have to be an administrator for this. Then I'm gonna go to the folder. So Intune, packages, Adobe, and we're fine in this root one. If I do ls or a dir, we have the IntuneWin app here. So let's run that one. I do one backslash. So it's going to ask 4 questions. First going to ask where it's the source folder. And I'm going to add all the answers. I'm going to copy them now so we can paste it. So if you haven't already done it on your system, hold down the Windows and V button on your keyboard. That's and then click enable clipboard. That means it can keep in mind multiple values. So it's going to ask for the source. It's this folder here, so we copy that, Control C. Then it's going to ask for one file in this folder. We can take this one. I do a Shift to F2, sorry, I do an F2, Control A, Control C. Now we have the third value. If I do Windows V, you will see this is the first value, this is the second value. Then the third question is going to be, where do we want this? Well, we want this in the output folder, so I'm going to copy this. Copy. If I do Windows V, we now have the 3 values. And the fourth question, it's going to be yes or no. So if we go back here, what's the source folder? I do Windows V. I take the third one, which is the source folder. Hit enter. What is the setup file? It's not so important which file you take here. If you take an MSI file, it's going to give some information for free. But I took our installation PowerShell script. So we put there, but you can take any file that you find under the source. What's the output folder? Well, it's going to be this output folder. And the fourth question is, do you want to specify a catalog folder? You never want that unless you run a very specific Windows S version. So I hit enter now. This is going to take some time because it's over 1 gigabyte. So here it's starting. Okay, it says done. We could have started, so we have it here, yeah, it's 1.1 gigabyte. We could have double-clicked here on IntuneWinAppUtil and run this. What I don't like though is when it's finished, this disappears. So I like to see that it's go 100%. It can fail, it's rare. So we have our file. We are nearly ready to go into Intune and upload it, but I would like to have an Adobe Acrobat icon also. Yeah, let's get an image. So we can search one. It's for the company portal. Let's go to google.com. Let's search for Adobe Acrobat logo PNG transparent background. Yes. I don't know exactly which icon it is today. Is that the old one? Well, I'll take this one. It will work. Actually, I like when you find it in Wikipedia. Maybe I should have taken that. Let's see, because now I don't want that. I don't want to add. Maybe I can save this image as whatever image you find. Yep, it looks like I find it. So let's go to the source and then one higher up. We don't want it in the source. So let's call this one logo Adobe Acrobat PNG. Save it. Let's open and see that it looks as we want. Yep, that looks good. Again, it's maybe not the most recent one. I should have looked that up, but yeah, it's just a logo. Now we have our IntuneWin file. We have the logo. In the previous video, we even prepared the detection method, so we know what we're going to look for. That means a success. So we are pretty good now. So we go to Intune. So we can go to intune.microsoft.com. I prefer the AKA. Yeah, there we have it. .ms/in, just a shortcut, but it goes to the same place. It remembers me. I'm logged into the browser, so I'm in. So we want to go under apps. And if we look apps, we're going to see all apps. And if you follow my videos, we have for Mac OS, we have for Android. So let's click for Windows so we get a few less. But we have packaged all these also. Let's click on add. And the app type, it's going to be a Win32 app because we have an IntuneWin file. So click here. Let's click select. Then select our app package. So now we need to browse the output folder because that's where it is. So it remember here, good, in the output folder. That one is created today. It's pretty big, but it's not going to start the upload. It's 1.12 gigabyte until we finish the wizard. So we're going to have to put in pretty much information here. Adobe Acrobat. I don't think we need to put the version because there is a place for that. Actually, I'm going to copy the version because we're going to need that further down. If I can copy it. Let's copy it here. So this is the text we're going to see in Company Portal. So we can do GBN's default, and we can do the asterisk to do it bold, PDF and italic apparently, Reader, Adobe Acrobat. Okay. Then publisher, it's going to be Adobe. Version, let's paste what we have here, and I got the T in it, so let's remove that. Category, I don't like these, but let's sort of productivity, not really right. Let's put it productivity. I'm not going to put it as a featured apps. Notes, I always put who have packaged it. And the date is still 28 September 2023. And here comes the image that we downloaded. So we select the logo, and we have to go up one because it's not in the output. And here we have our logo. Important to click OK there. And there it is. Looks nice. Go next. So here comes the installation, and it's already there, I see. But let's write it. It's going to be PowerShell.exe because we're going to call a PS1 file. It's going to be execution policy. Policy. And we do a bypass. Then we're going to call a file dot backslash, and which file? We're going to use the same for uninstall, so I copy this, and we just need to put the file at the end here. So the file, we can go to the source folder. Do we have the source folder somewhere? Here we have the source folder, and we need the name of this one. I already had that actually, but F2, Control A, Control C, and why not take the uninstall also? F2, Control A, Control C. We know the uninstall going to be the first, so I start with that one. Windows V, it's going to be the top one, and Windows V, it's going to be the second one for install. That looks good. Any typo here will make it not work. Execution policy, bypass. What should we run? Well, this PowerShell file. Perfect. Installation time, I think 60 minutes is often too much, but for once, Adobe Acrobat is pretty big. If it was like 7-zip, I would put 10 minutes or something, but let's keep 60 minutes. So if it hasn't finished to install, then it stops. Allow available uninstallation, sure. These are fairly new, these two. Install behavior system, definitely. If we put user and the user is not local admin, it's not going to work, so always system here. We suppress the restart in our script, so we know specific. We don't have to add any return code, so we go next. Minimum operating architect 64. I went, and here is the minimum operating system. I'm gonna be aggressive. Don't be too aggressive, but all mine are Windows 11 22H2, so I have no Windows 10. But there is no problem to put this one as minimum. But since I have the latest, I'm going with latest. Well, let's go with 1100. Not needed. You only need these two, or they are the only required. We can go next here. Detection role. This is the one we already prepared a bit. So you can use a script, but we're going to go manual. In manual, you have two different. If I click add, you can check for MSI, file, or registry. I'm not a big fan of MSI since that can change with updates. Registry fine, but file is my preferred one. So we prefer this already in detection rule. So the path is going to be nearly this one. Let's copy this one. The path is going to be all the way here except for the file, the Acrobat. I do a Control X so I can paste it on the one below. So it goes to this folder. We don't need the last backslash. Go to this folder, look that this file is here. What should it look? Just that the file exists? That would work, but it doesn't look which version it is. So I prefer to look string version, and the operator is, you could do equals, but if someone have a newer version, let's say greater than or equal, then it also works. Because we don't want to install if someone have a newer. Normally you don't want, I don't want that at least. And the value is going to be this, which we looked at the file. It's not under program files x86, so this one we keep no, so we click OK here. Now it's going to go fast. Dependency, we don't have any dependencies. Supersedence, no, we don't have any supersedence. Assignment, I'm going to add this to all devices. Could do add all users also. I like to show the toast notification for these, not when I deploy required, but for this is fine. So we go next, and when I click create here, now then it's going to start to upload. So click here, now it's going to start to upload. That's going to take some time. So see you back when this have been uploaded. Okay, it finished. So let's see if we go properties. Oh, it's not ready yet. So it looks like I got some issues that's showing up twice. So probably one is working. Let's see if the second one that works. That one looks better. Okay, perfect. So it's deployed to all devices. I just need to sync, and then I can get it from Company Portal. So that's going to take a few minutes. So I'll probably pause the video and come back once it's visible in here. Yeah. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, back. It took a few minutes, longer than I thought, but it's a big package. It needs to be replicated to all the CDN, Content Delivery Network. So we got it here. Let's try. So it's going to be 1 gigabyte to download also. So we hit install. It's going to say install pretty quick here, but it's actually downloading. So it says downloading pending, and now it says installing. Obviously, it have not downloaded yet. Well, let's look a bit behind the scenes. I open a new tab. So while that one installing or downloading, if we go to ProgramData, and under there we have Microsoft. Under there we have Intune Management Extension. There we have logs. And there we have Intune Management Extension. Let's look at this one. And I have another video how to install Configuration Manager Tracelog. You can install, you can open this file in Notepad, but then it doesn't live update. So if we follow here, it says it's downloading, so it's still downloading. So right now, we can just follow along. Now it's 100%. So that means it's have downloaded our IntuneWin file. Now it's gonna decrypt it. It start to decrypt it. It do that with a certificate. It's gonna read the content for validation. Then it's gonna extract it, and it's gonna tell us here in the log file where it extracts. So we can go there and see our files, so to speak. Once it have installed, it will remove that local cache. It's gonna be under Windows IME cache. But this is going to say, so it stay here on 100% installing, but totally misguiding, I would say, because it says installing 100%, but it hasn't even started to install. It doesn't even, it just have got the files down. So I would suggest it says downloading 100% and then installing when it's actually installed. Okay, so let's see. So far it doesn't have, yep, that's me. User token. It haven't really told where it's going to put it yet. Oh, maybe it's coming more here. Enrollment. It's looking if I'm in enrollment. Continue. Nope. Oh yeah, here's the download URL. But it's have already downloaded. Let's see. Should have put a lot. That looks like it's error right, but it's fine. It's not as bad as it looks. Actually, this tool is pretty stupid. If it says no error, it's going to show it green also. So it's going to put a lot. Okay, here looks interesting. Here it started. I'm just going to see where it find the folder. Yeah, we get those errors again. Let's see. Hope it doesn't finish to install before I find all this. It should be extracting. Here is interesting data as well. That's the downloaded size. Here it actually says where it's copied to. So if we copy this part, we should see our installation files on this machine. Well, we already have them, right? But not coming from Intune. So I will continue here. So here you see all our files. So it's in this IME cache, but this one is going to disappear. Health script is remediation script, so those stays. But this one's gonna disappear once it's finished. So it's probably installing. Here now it's cleaning up staging, because it first it stages here when it's extracted, and then it put here. Well, I can't be as fast, but here it's checking the our detection. If it's a file, so far it's none, because if not, it's not even going to try to install. Here I think it's executing the content under here where we copied. Perfect. It found install. It have the execution policy. That's for uninstall. Here is what it's going to run, the install. You remember we put that in. That's our command. And okay, now and this was the 60 minutes. That's in seconds, or well, even milliseconds. So if it's not finished within this time now, then it's gonna fail. And those are not from the downloading, so that's happened after it reached 100% here. Okay, up, it's happening. Is it finished? This is good. Exit code 0 probably usually means success, but we'll see. Might not be success. It says installed successfully. So here it says reinstall. I thought we checked that we are allowed to uninstall it here from also. Not that I want that, but if we start here now, do we have Adobe? We have Adobe Acrobat. Well, should, right, since the detection method says so. So we start it. It doesn't force us to log in, but if we want, we can log in. Yeah, because it's me who clicked here on sign in. It looks good. Let's close this. Yep, now we have the uninstall also. Fairly new feature if you look at this video in 2023. I think it's new from August or maybe even September. So it's working good. So a little recap. So we did 3 videos. We took help of ChatGPT to write our scripts. We modified them a bit. We downloaded all the files. We took the Acrobat Pro version, which is also a unified application functionality of both Adobe Reader and Adobe Acrobat. So we put it in Adobe Reader mode, but if you have a license, you can log in. We did a lot of things. We created some registry key. Let's see that those are there, but I'm pretty sure. Registry. And we've successfully pushed it. So here is the Adobe. We didn't create all these keys here. Registry. This is from our script, and this value is from our script. So if we look quickly our script, so if we go to the source, which is there, we have this install script that we created in the first video and a bit in the second video. We have this who create the registry keys. We have this who actually install Adobe Acrobat. It takes all these arguments like end user agreement is already accepted, update to apply this patch file. We wanted it quiet. We don't want any restart. We wanted the log file. Yep, we can look at the log file. It should also be under ProgramData, and I called my JBN logs. And here we have it, the log file. It was written 3 minutes ago when we installed. So success. And in Intune, we have our package here. And it's going to take a little while before Intune knows that this have successfully installed. No, it's already show up as installed and success. So great job. We covered a lot of ground. So if you follow along, great job. See you in another video. Have a great day. Thank you very much.